Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor, and today I would like to discuss the global side of American heritage boots. So as I was thinking about this topic, I was starting to kind of scratch my head a little bit because, I pride myself on buying American heritage footwear, and the whole heritage historical aspect. In fact, I had another character in my latest novel receive a pair of boots from her sister that are from Red Wing. And I started thinking about how, I've got boots with this and that part from this and that part of the world, and thinking to myself, some of these boots are actually not as American as we might think. So here's a good example. These are the Red Wing 4331s. Now, mind you, so these boots are American made. Sorry, it's not the best light in this space, but there we go. That's pretty good. To my knowledge, all the parts of this boot are from the United States. The leather from the foot tannery in Red Wing, I'm sure laces probably similar. The soles, I don't know where these soles are made, but they could be made in Red Wing as well. I'm not positive. These are the Chemigum sole. The midsole, I think pretty much this is an American style, American components. However, these boots were designed in Germany, in Hamburg, in the writer's room shop, which I think has to do with motorcycles. That's why it's the writer's room. So the actual, even though it's based on an American design and it's the Iron Ranger, basically, the actual build of this boot was designed in Germany. So these aren't like totally American. Plus, Red Wing is an international company. And, their heritage boots, that's only a small part of what they do, right? Most of the boots that they sell, they're made in China. They're made in, I don't know, maybe Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia. I'm not sure where, because I don't buy them, right? I really only want the American-made ones. And of course, I like knowing that these were designed in Germany because I'm a German professor, and I love Germany, and I love German. So to me, that was totally cool. I spent a year living in Hamburg, and to know that these boots were designed there, for me, was kind of a great fit. But is it 100% American? Not quite. Let's look at something else here. I've got 5 pairs to consider, and I'd be really interested in your thoughts because, we talk about heritage boots, and then we have, like, Nick from Stridewise going to Indonesia and India now. And it's not that they're not heritage boots, but it's, like, not the American heritage Norman Rockwell type thing. So here I have a pair of Wolverine 1,000 Miles. So kind of similar with the Red Wing. For the 1,000 Mile boots, Wolverine, they go out of their way to really make sure that all the components of this boot are American sourced. And the leather is from Chicago, so Horween. Even the laces, I don't know, they might be from one of the Carolinas. I'm not positive. I think the soles are made in Pennsylvania. But Wolverine, it's like a conglomerate, right? I get advertisements from Wolverine because I'm interested in what's the next 1,000 Mile. Sometimes they have some pretty cool models. Like there was a recent one celebrating, was it the University of Michigan, I think? There was like a blue one, and I was like eyeing that, and never had the money to be able to buy it. But most of the ads are like the Floor Hand or the DuraShock, and that stuff's not made in America, So the Heritage Boot line, they work hard to keep that American and pure and all that kind of stuff, but the overall company is very much of kind of a global conglomerate. And, would these boots exist if that weren't the case? Are they like financing to a degree this heritage line that they have, this tradition based on what's made in, I don't know, in Asia? It's got to be Asia, right? That'd be my guess. So, let's look at another, let's consider these. So I've got a couple pairs of whites. I wouldn't mind having some more whites in due time. Gotta save some money. I wear these boots all the time. I don't know a whole lot about where this suede was sourced. You always think, ooh, suede is probably from CF Stad, right? Because that's the best suede in the world. So that's an English tannery. Obviously, we have British day-night soles. It's like, for a more sleek, slim, urban type of boot, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat day night. And I'm sure it says British made right on there. I'm not sure if you could read it. There, we get some light kind of from the side there. I'm in my bedroom, so I don't know how much of this component-wise is from the United States. Now, they were built in Spokane. And that's great. So we've got, I'm supporting the American worker. I'm supporting the Pacific Northwest and all their boot tradition and stuff by buying these whites. That being said, to my knowledge, Whites was bought by a Japanese company. So Whites is no longer as American as apple pie. And, and I'm not saying right or wrong, right? I'm just sort of observing the irony that I pride myself on supporting American industry, American manufacturing, American craftsmanship, and yet can't get away from global international. Back in the day, 1900, right, you would have had a cobbler, they would have slaughtered a cow, there would have been some leather, there would have been a tanner, they would have sourced some laces from down the street, I don't know. Everything would have been made in your neighborhood. Not even just the United States, right? But just like probably your state. It's a brave new world, people. Let's look at these Trumans. Upside down. So, I love these boots. A bear to break in. They're coming along. So these are the Truman Aqua Ramblers. And this is the Eugene sole. To me, that says it's probably made in Eugene. Yeah, let's get some light on there. But guess what? Rambler leather. The grand majority of this boot is from England. C.F. Stead makes all the Rambler leathers, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with C.F. Stead. The Rambler leathers, they're all from there in England. And Truman sources their leathers from a lot of cool places. So am I advocating that I want to deprive myself of leather from the best tanneries? No. I'm just observing. This is just kind of interesting. So, it's Red Wing. Their heritage boots are, the tannery is right there in Red Wing, Minnesota. The foot tannery. But Truman, and they don't even necessarily broadcast where their leathers are from. And they do get, like, from Seidel, some of their leathers. They get leathers from the United States. They get leathers from Horween, I think. I'm not sure. But they have a lot of Stead leathers from Truman, and they're really cool. So I have no problem supporting English industry as well. The Brits have a huge tradition of boot making and leather, and I love it. So I don't have a problem with it. It's just kind of interesting because when I wear that boot, it's an American heritage boot, but it's mainly from England. And then the fifth example won't surprise you too much. My Grant Stones. It's a very interesting case. How, is it Wyatt, the man who's like the boss of Grant Stone, looked far and wide to find the right people to make his heritage boots and, settled on this island in China, and those people really know what they're doing. I mean, Grant Stone boots are gorgeous, and they're, as we say in German, preiswert. They are worth the price. They are really not that expensive for what you get because the workmanship is awesome. Let's think about this leather. So this leather is kangaroo. Kangaroo must have come from Australia. They're not going to go to a zoo in France and kill a kangaroo so they can get the hide. It has to have been from Australia. However, it was tanned in Italy. I'm pretty sure this kangaroo leather is from a tannery in Italy. So talk about global. So we have an American company, American designs, U.S. American, not just like, Che Guevara, Cuba American, something like that. So United States American design. The whole superstructure of the company. I think their warehouse is in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. I've watched some videos, but it's been a while. But the materials are probably, I don't know where these soles are made. They might be made in China. It doesn't really say. The boots we know are constructed in China. And the leather came from Italy via Australia. that's very international. Kind of like me. I'm very international. I speak several languages. I love to travel, mainly in Europe. But in any case, I'd be curious, when you start thinking about American heritage boots and heritage wear and stuff like that, and for example, how the Japanese, they love American heritage wear, and now they're like a capital of jeans, selvage denim. They have the mills, they have the capacity to weave the kind of denim that then we have to bring back over here, because guess what? We sort of gave up the mills that would be used to make that denim. So it's similar with shoes. We can source a lot of leather from the United States. Horween Tannery is like a king. And there are other great tanneries in the U.S. But a lot of it, we don't want to be that bored, right? So we're going to get some Italian leather, British leather. And I even have a pair of helm boots. It's got Indonesian leather. So, interesting question. I'd be curious what you all think about this whole notion that we're buying American heritage boots, but they're still global. So anyhow, let me know what you think, and I hope you have a great evening. We'll talk soon. Bye.